You're listening to Three Kitchens, a member of the Alberta Podcast Network, locally grown, community-supported. Join your hosts, Heather Dyer, Sarah Sundren, and Aaron Walker. You never know what they're going to make next.
This episode of Three Kitchens is brought to you by the Alberta Association of Optometrists, proudly celebrating a century of caring for Albertans. It happens. Parents can easily miss their child's eye problems. Issues can occur in only one eye, making them difficult to notice. The earlier an eye health or vision problem is identified, the more likely it can be corrected.
The I See, I Learn program provides an eye exam and free glasses if needed for kindergarten-aged children. 25% of kids begin first grade with an undiagnosed eye problem. To book your child's eye exam, please visit optometrist.ab.ca.
The Alberta Association of Optometrists represents almost 800 doctors of optometry in over 80 communities across the province. Members are highly trained, regulated health professionals who provide primary eye health and vision care to Albertans. Learn more at optometrists.ab.ca.
Okay, listen, we're nearing the end of season 1.
That we
It's
are.
a little cuckoo, nuts.
Yes.
It's summer, it's hot, the kids are home, we're busy.
We're busy.
We're deep in the trenches.
Cut us a little slack. Yes, it's crazy time.
Okay, shall we get into this?
Yeah.
It's Roi Choi and Sarah sitting in a food truck. What's a good word that rhymes with truck?
Sarah.
All right.
Wow.
This is where we're at today.
I meant luck.
So,
Luck. Well, that would be lucky. That'd be lucky for Roi Choi, I tell you.
your husband doesn't listen to this podcast, does he, Sarah? You may not want to tell him about this episode.
And this one's going to involve him.
I feel like we've just started. This is just, we don't really need an intro now.
Yeah.
We've intrigued listeners to want to know, what are we talking about?
What are we talking about? I'm having date night with my husband. I think I'm having date night with my husband after that conversation.
If he agrees to participate.
He won't hear it by tonight, so his date night's going to happen tonight.
I'm glad you're doing this because I could use a date night. So I want some tips. I'm going to take notes. I don't even care who it's with. I could just use a date night. Well, is there a why? Is it just so that you can make a certain recipe? Is this what the why is going to be?
No.
Oh, okay.
Though I did get a special liquor, so maybe I should have more date nights or excuses or friend nights, whatever. The husband and I, we used to go to Vertigo. We've been season ticket holders for years and years and years. I think it's like over a decade. Yes. And Vertigo is a mystery theater. We love it. And I've taken you guys.
Yes.
I ditched the husband and taken you guys. And that was our date night. There would be about 4 or 5 plays per year. And that was actually it wasn't a night, it was a date afternoon, right?
Yeah.
And so because of COVID, they have not been open for the last couple of years, and it sucks, right? Like the husband and I don't really get to do much.
And us too. That was like the last outing that I had with grown-ass
so much
adults.
fun. Yeah.
And that was it.
It was so
And then
much
there was one coming up that Aaron and I really wanted to see. And so we were going to buy tickets and come. Like we were really excited.
All 3 of us were going to date night it.
Yeah. Was it the woman in the window or the girl on the train?
That's the one, the girl on the train, which whatever.
Yeah, I really wanted to see that. It was disappointing.
We were all going to go. And then this happened. But what Vertigo has done is that they are keeping their actors and actresses employed in some ways, and they have now an audio murder mystery that I bought and downloaded, and the husband and I are gonna have date night and listen to a murder mystery.
Oh, like gathering around the old-timey radio and listening to
old school. Old school.
Do you want to come do it in my house since my decor matches the age and era of the
of old-timey radio.
So, of course, everything I do has to revolve around food and drink. So I'm going to tell you what I'm making. Something I've made before, but I'm going to change it up a little bit so that Erin can taste some this time. Because
Oh, wait, let us try to guess here. Could it be that needs to be changed for Erin? Maybe it's seafood?
my super taster friend.
Cilantro.
That's
Oh,
it.
cilantro. Oh, of course.
Soapweed.
Oh, God. Okay.
I am making Roi Choi's. That's right, Roi Choi. Hi, Roi Choi.
He's the third wheel.
He is.
I'm dating.
Is he the aphrodisiac?
Oh, no! Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
maybe the husband shouldn't listen to this episode. Okay. Anyway, I'll make it up. I'll make it up tonight. There we go. So I'm making a salsa verde. I think, Heather, you've had this before. I don't know if you remember.
Have I?
You have.
Maybe I didn't know it was Roi Choi.
And the nice thing about this recipe is there are many variations, even from him. And so all you have to do is type Roi Choi Salsa Verde, and a whole bunch of variations come up. Some have orange juice in it. I'm just going to do the one from his cookbook called LA Sun. And tell me if you're not familiar with some of these ingredients, okay? So we've got mirin.
Okay.
And that is like a rice wine, but it's got very little alcohol and very high in sugar.
Okay.
If that makes any sense. And then we've got rice vinegar, fresh mint leaves, cilantro, but I got flat leaf parsley instead.
Aww.
So you can have this. Thai basil leaves. If you can't get Thai basil leaves, just use basil. Garlic cloves, a shallot or a shallot, however you like to pronounce that. Serrano chilies, jalapeno pepper, 1 lime or juice from 1 lime, roasted sesame seeds. I don't bother with this. I just put half a teaspoon of roasted sesame oil.
Oh, okay. That's a good way to do it.
2 tomatillos, which are charred on the barbecue. Basically half and half olive oil and just like a regular cooking oil, like canola or vegetable or whatnot. Avocado and salt and pepper to taste. And this is how difficult this is. You take all of those ingredients and you put it into a blender, and you make sure that the blender is covered, and press the button, and it's done.
Oh, wow.
And it's extremely delicious. So it's basically Mexican, Korean fusion. And it's really yummy. And then I'm making chicken, cook that up. I'm doing a peri-peri seasoning for my chicken because the kids are not involved in this, and I can make it really spicy.
What's in peri-peri?
What's in your peri-peri? Because I have a favorite peri-peri that I use.
What's yours, Erin?
You go ahead.
Is red peppers, jalapenos, and garlic. I dice them coarsely and put them into a pot, and you add in olive oil, salt, chili flakes, and red wine vinegar. And you cook that until it's like really cooked down, all that stuff. You toss it in a blender and blend it up. I put it on my chicken when I make barbecued chicken.
So do you put it on before you barbecue it, or is it like a sauce after?
You can put it on before or during. You can put it on afterwards. I put it on my rice. I put it on everything in that meal. And I just love that sauce so much. So what is yours like, Sarah?
Mine is that I used to make all my spice blends myself until I met this amazing store called Silk Road Spices. An exception of maybe one that I think I have a better recipe for. Everything that they have come up with, amazing. So I just use a peri-peri dry spice rub from Silk Road Spices.
Oh, okay.
Usually I add it to lemon juice, but since I'm going to put the salt in the lemons, I think this is a little tired now. I'm going to use a little bit of the salted lemons, and I'm going to make it into a paste. And then it's actually marinating in that paste right now.
Oh,
yeah.
I love both these ideas. I like Erin, like she's making it with fresh ingredients. And I love that there's a spice blend that I can just go and buy
It's so good.
and make it super easy. Like I love the sound of both of those.
Have you been to Silk Road Spices,
I think you gave me some of their spices
Yes.
when I helped clean out your pantry.
Absolutely delicious. And I think there's a store in Edmonton, there's a store in Calgary, and you can also order online.
The Calgary store is so beautiful as well. Like just going in there is like
It's like an old school
apothecary.
totally.
Right?
And it
Yeah.
smells so good.
Oh, it's
Okay.
amazing.
And they carry a lot of other local sort of brands, like say for bitters
Okay, yeah.
and things like that. So it's a really fun shopping trip.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a field trip is in
Field
store for
trip.
us.
Totally.
Yeah.
And it's in
Just-
Inglewood, so we can
It's
go
in
and
Inglewood.
wander the street
Ah.
and get
All right.
coffee and
Yeah.
Like I wasn't already sold, but now-
sold.
Yeah.
Sold.
Take me now, please.
But most of my pantry is full of spice blends from them.
Okay.
And I'm talking about across cuisines. They have never let me down. They're fantastic. And I don't even bother. Like I've got this spice called hing that is used in Indian cooking.
Okay.
And most East Indian cooks will know what hing is, and they'll have a particular kind of brand of hing in their pantry. I will not even bother with that brand anymore. I just go to Silk Road Spices because it's 10 times better. Like that's how
Wow.
good they are at sourcing their ingredients and
Amazing.
yeah.
Free advertising for Silk Road Spice
Yes.
today, everyone.
That chicken sounds great, Sarah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I really want to know what that's like. Oh,
And I wanted to make this simple. Like I wanted to make a simple date night because I've got other things to do clearly. And I've got a nice little frozen pizza for the kids and a bag of Skittles. And they're having a sleepover in the basement. They're going to watch a
and
movie.
headphones.
And they're going to have a sugar high from those Skittles because it's a massive bag of it. And they're not to bother us.
Good luck.
Nice.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck. I wish you good luck.
Don't interrupt the program on the radio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The radio program.
totally. With a nice little taco, basically, with salsa verde and a peri-peri chicken. You have to have a nice drink to go with it. I went out. I actually had to call a few places, but I ended up going to Kensington Wine Market. And what I like about them is that these guys know their stuff. I went and got something called cachaça. Are you guys familiar with this?
No, never heard of it.
Cachaça is from Brazil.
Oh.
And it's very much like a rum in the sense that it's made from sugar cane, except with cachaça, it's fermented.
So like a sugarcane wine?
Kinda. I don't know. I have had this drink before that I am about to make because this was my boss's favorite drink and he always seemed like, around for everyone. And we all had to kind of partake, which was not a bad thing. You can imagine it's going to be sweet. And I got this recipe from Brazilian Kitchen abroad. I'm going to try to pronounce this. The drink's name is caiprinha. Caiprinha. Sorry, guys.
You won't get any opposition from us. We have no idea.
And all it is limes, sugar, cachaça, and ice. Easy.
More sugar. So it's sweet, and then you put more sugar in it.
There's nothing else in it but lime juice. Freshly squeezed lime juice.
I think I may have had this.
It's quite a popular drink. Most people.
My friend's husband used to live and work in Brazil, and he
Right.
made this at their house. It's like
Yeah.
muddled, and then
Yes, it's
so
muddled.
good.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh.
So basically, for 2 servings, you want to juice about 3 limes. But this is the secret. If the 3 limes doesn't yield about a third of a cup, you want to keep juicing because that's the secret. You don't want to stinge on your lime juice. Okay. And this was like across the board for all the recipes. That's what they said. Don't stinge on the lime juice. That's what makes a good caiprinha. You cut another 2 limes in 8 parts. And this is what you're going to muddle with 3 tablespoons of sugar.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
And what
it's
size
sweet.
of glass would you say? Is it like
So
tall
this
with ice, or is it short? I'm just trying to picture this.
So
3
this is 2
tablespoons of sugar.
servings. 2 servings.
Oh, right.
So this is 2
Okay.
drinks, right? And then you add the lime juice and you add 3/4 cup of cachaça.
Oh. What's the alcohol on that?
Let's see. This is 40%.
Yeah, they're strong drinks, but man, tasty. It's like that thing that goes down so smooth, you don't even realize you're drinking so much alcohol, right?
That's what it's going to be. So it's going to be a drunken, spicy murder mystery night. Whatever, it sounds good. It's not like we do this all the time.
I think it sounds amazing. With the spicy food and that kind of sweet and the lime, like sweet tart drink with it. Yeah. Oh, I think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, and I think it's going to pull in that like Salsa Verde, which has a kind of a citrusy taste to it. And then you just basically fill up the glasses with lots of ice. And it's a hot day. It's going to be a hot date.
Hot day for a hot date.
Yeah, I'm not getting dressed for this. This is in my backyard. He knows what I look like. I don't have to put makeup on. I'm not going anywhere.
You don't have to put on your nice pants and all your makeup so it melts off and you're sweating onto your chair.
Sticking
like
to
in
the
Singapore.
chair.
Yeah.
So you'll be in your like shorty pajama shorts and a tank top.
No bra. Don't be bothering with those sticky, sweaty things. Just lounging in your backyard, listening to the radio.
Yeah, totally.
Sounds so good. This sounds amazing.
So fun, right? Yeah. And I think it's great weather for it tonight. So
the definition of date night has changed drastically.
Totally, guys.
But not in a bad way.
The standards have lowered in some ways. And they've risen in others.
Exactly. I think we get wiser. As we get older, we're just like, we don't need to put on all that stuff. We just need you learn to be comfortable. Yeah. When you can be that comfortable together and just hang out and have a nice time, that's so much better than having to dress up and go out and wear real shoes, like the shoes that hurt my feet. Yeah, I'd
rather do that with you guys.
I'd rather just come over to your house.
I'd rather sit around braless at your backyard.
Yeah, that works too. Yes, that totally works.
I don't even know why I went there. I'm the person, I hate being braless, even though I also hate the sticky, when you're super hot, they're also uncomfortable, but I don't know why I even said that. See
what Roi Choi's recipes bring out in us.
Look at it.
I told you, he's a good man. He's a good man.
Now I really want that drink too. I'm going to have to go and source that.
No, don't source it. I'll make you one.
Yum,
and send it over. You think I'm not going to send some Salsa Verde and some of this drink over? I will send you one as well, Erin. I know you don't drink, but
no, I will drink to have a
taste.
Absolutely.
I think it'd be more fun if we get together for it. Even if we went to the park, could we go to the park?
Yes,
anywhere.
We can.
Anytime.
And sit on a picnic blanket and have our little date. Yeah.
You know how I teach you Singlish sometimes?
And I never remember it. Erin's become a master.
Yeah, she's become
wow,
really
I can remember one phrase.
She remembers when to say can and when to say la.
La, yeah.
Oh, I have no idea when to say la. I just throw it in every once in a while. I'm like, I haven't said la in a while. I'll just add it at the end of this text.
So Singlish is Singaporean English for you listeners out there. And there's this great show. I love it. You guys, you got to watch it. It's called Singapore Social on Netflix. Love it.
Okay.
And
so we can learn all our Singlish?
Well, Singlish is a funny thing. Singlish is only some people use it. Not everyone uses it. Like in my household, my cousins and I weren't allowed to use it in front of our parents. We would use it with our friends, right?
Okay.
It's kind of bad English thing, but it's fun. It's like a fun way of talking. Anyway, one of the cast members talks to someone else and asks a question, and that person goes, can, and I'm like, Erin would totally get this. She would totally understand what just happened there because she knows her Singlish now.
I'm learning.
I know it when I hear I know what you're talking about. I just don't always think to say it.
Right.
Whereas I see Erin sticks it in her text quite a bit.
That's because I have time for my brain to flip-flop over while I'm typing. Whereas in everyday conversation, I am not fast.
Right. So guys, that's it. I am going to go get ready for date night. I may even shave my legs. I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
Whoa.
I'm not sure if it's going to be
serious
that spicy. I'll probably be like, oh my God, it's so late. Are we supposed
to shave our legs for date night?
I don't know. I don't on a regular basis. So
I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah. You're probably right.
Not required.
He's used to my hairy legs.
Exactly. Or as my kids refer to me, Mama Cactus.
Mama cactus.
Oh.
Isn't that
See, the
sweet?
problem is if you shave today, you're the cactus tomorrow or the day
Exactly.
after. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they get used to it, and they have like these standards now that you have to live up to. No, you're right. This is not where I want to go.
Don't set the bar too high there, Sarah.
Yeah.
no.
You got enough shit going on.
That's right. Yeah.
You're already making special food, fancy
right.
drinks.
Yeah.
You do not need to set the bar any higher
That's
for
right.
yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, and I hope the murder mystery is good too.
I
love
can't
the
wait.
Investigator. That sounds
I think
like
it's
so
only
much
about
fun.
30 minutes long, and I'm really excited.
Mhm.
If you like it, let us know.
Yes. Yeah, and it's for a good cause, right? Like it's supporting them, it's keeping them going as well. They've had a hard year,
Mhm.
and I'm hoping they'll open in the fall again because I really miss those. We'll go. We will go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I would love to
Well.
see that restart and happen again.
I'm sure it will. Good luck. Happy date night.
I'll be back with the details. Or maybe not all the details. Some details.
Keep it PG. Come on now. We only have so many duck quack sounds
right.
to insert into part 2. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, guys, talk to you soon.
Thinking of doing something different or just love a good mystery? Check out vertigotheater.com to download a play from the Vertigo Mystery Radio series. Now back to part 2 of Date Night to find out how that mystery turns out.
Make Shift by Alberta Innovates your next podcast binge. Join us as we take a deep dive with the people that are driving Alberta's 21st century economy.
These global movers and shakers are working to solve today's challenges, create new opportunities, and build a healthy, sustainable, and prosperous future for Albertans today and for generations to come.
Just when you think you know all about Alberta, we're here to shift your perspective.
I don't know if I could stress this enough. We have a top 3 institution in arguably the most important technology in the entire world right now.
We will prove a lot of people wrong by coming out of this even stronger. And the way we will do it is by finding ways to help businesses be cash flow positive and by willing to, find the ways that we can help.
We're just starting to scratch the surface. I mean, Calgary just this last month announced the fact that they broke their record again for venture capital investment. And some of this is in fintech, some of this is in a whole bunch of different areas where we originally didn't even have these types of core industries in Alberta.
We have diversification in our DNA. We just have forgotten about it.
Sincerely, we are blessed in Alberta to have all the infrastructure that we do have.
Tune in to Shift by visiting shift.albertainnovates.ca or your favorite podcast app.
Welcome back, and let us know all the appropriate details that you're willing to share.
Appropriate. We want all the details.
I'll give you all the details.
All the date night details, please. I mean, come on.
We've been married for over 10 years. It's all appropriate, trust me.
I shouldn't assume that your date night would be like my date night, but there's nothing crazy to report, but maybe you had it better.
The only thing that would be different is that we do stay up later, but pretty much the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Date night went so well. I had such a great time with the husband, and I think we should do that more often because the kids went and had a sleepover downstairs in the basement. They left us alone because they had their Skittles and chips and TV.
Nice.
And I think they slept really late too, but nobody cared. We were outside. It was really warm. It was one of those nights where it just it didn't cool down, right? And then we ate. We didn't have to worry about kids making a mess. We didn't have to worry about cleaning up after because it was just both of us eating.
Yes.
And the drink was so delicious. It was so perfect for that hot night.
Yeah.
So, made some chicken. I did it with a peri-peri marinade. We talked about that.
Yeah.
I am now officially out of Peri-Peri rub, so we do have to go for a field trip to
Excellent.
Silk Road Spices.
I want to go get the steak spice. I'm all out of that.
Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of stuff to buy. I can't wait. Yay!
I'm going completely unprepared. I just want to go and like grab what calls me.
Yes, it calls to you. So then I made some salsa verde in advance. That's the nice thing about this. And it's so easy, right? We talked about the only thing that I really did was char the tomatillos and then everything else went into a blender. I did want to talk, I had brought up one of the ingredients that I had spoken about was something called mirin. And I just wanted to tell that in Calgary, you can get mirin at Safeway, at Co-op, at Superstore, anywhere. And why would you hold on to mirin? You use it in teriyaki sauce, you use it in sweet and sour sauces. Like it's something that it won't go to waste. Like you can use it in a lot of different recipes. So buy mirin whenever you see it. It won't go to waste.
What about tomatillos? Is that something that you find?
Tomatillos, and that's so interesting because I remember there was a point in Calgary where I had to call in advance to find out if people had tomatillos. You can get tomatillos now all throughout the year.
Okay.
Just basically at any store now. So that's another really common ingredient in Calgary at this point, which is fun, good, right? But if you can't get tomatillos and you can't find green tomatoes, you can just use a sort of like a really hard, like not overripe red tomato.
Okay.
The only thing is the color won't be as bright green in this salsa, right? Like, because it was a very green sauce. So
do tomatillos ever come in a can?
No, but they have started coming in packages, and I don't see why you couldn't freeze them.
Oh, okay.
Because you're charring it and then you're throwing it into a blender. Like you're not too worried about the texture, right?
You don't need it to hold a shape or anything.
Yeah.
So would you freeze it whole? Because when you char it, you want the skin. Is that right? I've never really charred something.
Have you charred like a bell pepper?
No.
It's a lot.
I've seen it done.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever done it.
But the tomato gets really soft and juicy.
Yeah.
And it changes kind of color. Like it becomes more of a paler or yellowy green. It's weird. You know, you could even char your jalapeno pepper that's in here. But anyway, there are tons of versions on the internet of his salsa verde recipe. And the reason is because I think Roi Choi is the kind of person who he just has tons of recipes. Like he's constantly changing them up depending on what ingredients in his fridge or pantry or kitchen. So there's one with orange juice. And I would really like to try that because I think that would have that nice citrusy kind of.
I was going to say that'd go really well with the flavor profile of that.
Yeah. So I dropped off some salsa verde with you guys, and
so amazing.
Yeah.
You can't stop once you start.
I know.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I really just wanted to drink it. I'm not even joking.
It's like a shake. It's almost like one of those things that, those health nuts sometimes in the morning they wake up and they put like ginger and spinach and everything into a blender and then they drink it and you're like, what are you doing? And
I will drink the salsa verde.
Yeah, I will drink the salsa verde too.
So when you showed up with it at my place, I was expecting it to be more
chunky?
Like a salsa that's chunky. Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
And so you showed up with this green smoothie in a jar. And I thought, oh, that's strange.
Yeah.
Until you tasted it. And then you're like, not strange.
I had way too much to eat last night. And I was too stuffed. And I was like, I can't even think about trying this.
Right.
So this morning, directly before this, I had some of those gluten-free crackers left over in my pantry because Heather said she had eaten it with some chips and something good and crunchy.
Yeah.
So I grabbed a couple and dipped and ate, and I was like, oh wow, is this ever amazing? So then I went back to the pantry and grabbed a bigger handful of crackers.
Nice, yay.
And just dip. And then I was like, oh, look at the time. I need to go now.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, no, it is very addictive. Yeah.
Put a straw in that salsa verde.
What a great, thank you so much for making that with the flat leaf parsley and not cilantro, because that is just that
was the big difference.
So good.
Yeah, what's the taste difference?
For me, I'm not a super taster, so I love cilantro, so it would just have that cilantro flavor in it, right? But it would still have that fresh, citrusy, delicious, acidic kind of very, very similar to what you're having right now.
I don't think that flat leaf parsley and cilantro are the same. Sometimes if I order my groceries and go and pick them up and they don't have cilantro, they're like, would you want to substitute flat leaf parsley? And I say no, because it's not the same to me. It doesn't
Not at all.
have the same.
Not at all.
No,
like,
it's
no
not the same.
taste. Yes, I don't know why.
No.
I respectfully disagree.
Oh,
You think it tastes the same?
Like I made something with it recently and my husband was like, oh, this almost tastes like cilantro. And I said, yeah, I know. But if you just like have a couple more bites, you'll get over that initial thought that it's cilantro, and then it will taste like it has a similar flavor profile to me, like, but without the soapiness.
do you think it was maybe sitting next to the cilantro because they're always together? And so do you think that might have been the reason? Because they don't even smell the same to me.
No, me either.
Oh, and for some reason, for my palate, I find flat leaf parsley it's like the cilantro without the soap.
Okay. So you like it, so you can have it. Like I didn't ruin the salsa verde experience for you.
No, not at all. Oh gosh, no.
This whole super taster thing is such a funny, so funny to me,
So
how we all
interesting, right?
taste things differently like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So salsa verde, make some. It's really easy. Serve it with chips, eat it with tacos. Yesterday, I quickly made a chickpea salad. And I went, I'm going to throw some salsa verde for the dressing. And it worked really well. So a lot of things you can do with the salsa verde. And so then Peri-Peri chicken, I finished it with butter, of course. I think a nice fatty, you know how much I love my fats. And so, and then the salsa verde on top of it was just enough. And that's it. Like it was so simple. Simple date.
So did you just eat it chicken? You didn't have like a side, or did you have it with bread? Or
I had it with tacos, like taco wraps, tortillas. And then I threw on some spring onions and some cilantro and some salsa verde. That's it. Yeah. So easy. And then I like to toast my tortillas too. So
I like your technique of folding it in half and putting it on the grill. I've never done that.
Yeah,
because it kind of keeps the shape. Yeah, I never would have thought to do that. But I was watching because my kids and I went over to Sarah's. I don't remember what night that was. Saturday night or something.
The next day, the day after date night.
Yeah, the day after date night. We had slightly different chicken, but it was prepared kind of the same way. And I was watching her put her tortillas in half on the barbecue, and I was like, what's happening here?
Were they corn tortillas or flour tortillas?
They were flour tortillas because I wanted the smaller ones. And they don't have them with the half corn, half flour ones that we like, Erin.
Yeah.
But I just wanted them because they were like more of like a finger food. Like it wasn't, something heavy. So Heather, when you came over, it was a barbecue rub that I put on the chicken. Which I'm out of as well. So see, I really got to go.
Now, can we talk about that drink?
My favorite part.
Man.
And yesterday.
Apparently I'm not allowed to say it.
Yes. Until I say it for the first time.
Because I tried saying, oh, what is this? Is it that? And Sarah goes, stop, don't say anything. Your pronunciation's terrible and you're going to mess me up. I got shushed.
Okay, ready?
Okay, let's hear it.
Caiprinha.
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 Yeah, there you go.
Just call it delicious. That's all you need to call it.
This was, oh my God, this was such a good drink. And, I've been trying to keep the drinks to, weekends. But man, did I want one yesterday? It was so good. First, okay, you guys had this. So all this is cachaça, which is, we talked about it, fermented sugar cane, right? Sugar and limes. That's it. So easy, so tasty. We ended up
so deadly.
Rimming our glasses with sugar, which I thought went really well with. And then you just pour it over ice. So clearly it has to be a really hot day outside to really appreciate this drink. What did you think?
Oh, it's so delicious and refreshing. Like, I think because it's so much lime with the sweetness, it's not overpowering. It sounds like it'd be overpowering sugar, like sugar rim and then the sugar spirit, but it's not because of all the lime. It's not overpoweringly sweet. It's just like,
it doesn't taste sweet. It's the lime that really comes through.
Oh yeah, the lime really comes through. The refreshing lime.
It's one of those drinks that's deceptive because you think, oh, I can just keep on drinking it. But I think it's quite strong, right?
It is, because it's 2/3 cachaça, which is 40%. Erin would know.
I can tell you, as the one who doesn't drink the alcohol frequently, I took a small spoon and tasted it.
Yeah.
Because I was fresh out of ice. When I came inside last night and was like, oh, I'm going to finish off my night with this delicious drink.
Like a spoonful of a drink? Oh my God. You're so lightweight, I swear to God.
I had no ice. And I was like, well, I want to have this on ice. So I'm just going to taste it so that I at least know what it tastes like. I wasn't going to chug my mason jar.
That wouldn't stop us. Sarah and I would still drink that lukewarm. I mean, man, it's so tasty. And I was like you, Sarah, because I had that little one that you gave me. And then I think I had like maybe 2 at your house on the weekend. And like yesterday, I was like, oh, I really wish I had one of those drinks. Like Tuesday night, I just want it. Oh, it was
just
so
wanted
good.
it yesterday. So because I don't know what you thought about yesterday's weather, but it wasn't the hottest day that we've had, but it was so muggy.
Yeah.
I couldn't handle it. Like it was just didn't feel good. So that drink would have made me feel so good.
Yeah.
So I thought it kind of reminded me of a margarita flavor. It was very
tequila-ish.
Much, very tequila-ish.
So we Heather and I spoke about this, and I think we kind of we agreed on this, that it's kind of like tequila without the bite of tequila. Does that make sense? It's like almost a smoother
There's
tequila.
no burn or
There's no
bite.
burn. That's it.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so I really like cachaça. The problem is, I mean, I really would like to try different kinds of cachaça, different brands, I mean. I'm so lucky because my husband's friend, who is coming over on Friday, he used to date a Brazilian woman, so he spent a lot of time in Brazil, and guess what he has in his house? A really good cachaça that he's going to bring over.
Yay!
So I really want to... I want to try what good cachaça is.
Right.
And then I'll be ruined for life, right? Because I won't be able to get it here.
Oh, yeah. You'll be bumped up a bracket for sure.
So don't be surprised if Erin and I just pop up in your backyard. They'll come outside. They'll come outside like with their drinks and their guests, and they're all ready to, and we'll be sitting there. Hi. Grab 2 more glasses.
Oh, wait, was it today that you had plans? Oh,
I'll just show up with my own iced rimmed glass. I'll just be sitting there ready. Oh, and just pour one for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to crash your party. Well, can you just fill this up before I go and head home? Yeah.
We'll just go take our drinks to the park, Heather, and wander around. And
you guys can stay in my back. I'm going to kick you guys out. And then the other thing is, did you guys know how expensive limes are here? But they were on sale, and the cashier goes, oh, you got them at such a great price. And I'm like, really? It was 50 cents per lime, which I thought was expensive. And I'm like, well, how much are they usually? She's like, a whole $1. I'm like, what? A whole $1 for a lime?
Buy in bulk.
Buy in bulk.
And then drink your face off before they go bad.
Exactly.
With all the cachaça.
Oh no, I have to have another drink. These limes look like they're going. What do you mean, dear? You just bought them yesterday.
Nobody's asking you. So date night went great.
Did the husband participate in the murder mystery in the early part of the evening?
It was so good.
Okay.
Murder mystery was amazing. It was about 30 minutes long.
Oh, perfect.
It was, I think you had asked me, Heather, if the kids would like it, and I think the kids would like it because it changes scenes really fast, like quick, so there's no stagnant or like it's not long, it's really quick, and it kind of moves along fast, and there is a mystery to resolve, and it gets resolved. And the husband guessed it. Shockingly, he guessed it.
Nice.
And
Shockingly.
yeah, because it's usually me who's like the detective.
I could just hear him saying, "Excuse me." I mean, shockingly.
We already agreed we're not letting him listen to this episode. So
That's
okay.
right.
Oh,
He's
right.
banned from this one.
I shouldn't maybe assume for your husband, Aaron, but I feel like Sarah's husband might be the only one of the three who actually does listen.
Yes,
I'm
he
pretty
does.
sure mine doesn't ever. And I know that he does. Does your husband listen, Aaron?
He does. He makes his apprentice listen to it with him in the truck.
Oh. It's like background noise while they're working. Well, 2 out of 3 is pretty good. My husband doesn't even apologize. He's just like, well, it's not really my thing.
That's okay.
That's okay. It's totally fine.
Totally.
Or that's what my husband often says. He's like, oh, well, that was nice, but I kind of get bored.
Yeah. And I mean, they hear us talking all the time, right? They don't want to hear.
I don't think they hear us.
Do they want to listen to our voices more in a day?
No, I don't think they do.
I understand that. I get it.
No, but yeah, mine does. He listens to every single one.
Aw.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Sarah's husband. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. So go have a date night or go have a night with your girlfriends and try this drink. It's so worthy. And try the Salsa Verde, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. I need to make it like.
I'm going to want that recipe as well because, wow,
Definitely.
I want to put it on everything. And
Yeah.
I've only just
Yes.
begun.
All right, guys. Well, happy summering. Happy summer night. Happy summer date night.
Yes.
Summer lovin'.
Okay. Don't start singing.
All right.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.
Bye.
And now for the fine print. You can find recipe information and photos on Instagram and Facebook at 3 Kitchens Podcast. Why don't you leave us a comment? Give us ideas for future episodes. We'd love to hear from you. And of course, if you like and subscribe and follow, all of those things help other people find us.
Thanks, Roi Choi.
Yeah, thanks, Roi Choi.